Greetings, I'm Mothman Animations, and welcome to my first tutorial video. Today I'll be showing you how I animated the trailer for my comic series Begin the Harvest. So I've been working on this comic for about 9 months now, releasing one chapter each month. I started this comic because I was aching to create something entirely by myself. There's nothing wrong with group projects, obviously, but if I had a team I'd have to pay them with pats on the back. Last month I had the idea to create a trailer for Begin the Harvest. It's a little something to hook you into reading. So here's how I made it. Step 1. I created this trailer on Procreate Dreams, a controversial choice I know. But for the most part I think it works really well. But for the love of God, Procreate Dreams, just add a lasso tool already, I'm begging you. So I chose the screen size canvas option and got to it. I began creating the keyframes. Nothing fancy, just simple images that give me the important details of how each shot will look and move. It ran at 12 frames per second on 2s and 3s. This was only temporary as to not make this early stage too confusing. Remember to not get bogged down with too many frames. The stage is supposed to be rough. I have a habit of trying to add in-betweens too early and things get messy. Step 2. So, once I finished the keyframes, I duplicated the project and gave them proper titles. Now that I have the rudimentary animation, I can begin tracing over the rough lines with my smooth, clean lines. I redraw all the keyframes with all the needed detail, and then I go back and in between. I shorten the necessary keyframes and use onion skin to reference what the lines in between each keyframe should look like. If you start with a circle and end with a square, then your in-between is going to be like a round squircle thing. Step 3. This is the dreaded part where I have to color everything. Procreate Dreams has zero sympathy for tedious coloring and its fill tool sucks. Look at that. Every time I fill in, there's a nice little ring of emptiness around the edge, no matter how much I increase the intensity. If you are using Dreams, it's best to color on the same track as the line art and a layer below it. I learned to be neater with my layers the hard way after the hurricane that was my previous animation timeline. I finished the colors, added some lighting effects, and created all the necessary camera movements, blurs, and fades. Step 4. At this point I should be done, but I was unhappy with how rushed each shot was, so I made a duplicate of this duplicate. In this new timeline I grouped each shot individually so they'd be more easily movable. I duplicated and dragged the shots to my liking till it was paced better, and finally with some music and crow sound effects my project was finished. Looking back on it, I think this project was handled better than my Mothman intro, and I think I finally understand Procreate Dreams. I feel it could have been smoother with some shots, and been more careful about keeping the form of the characters consistent, especially this one shot. Ew. I hope this video was helpful and perhaps inspiring to those of you who love to animate. Like and subscribe, and I will personally give you one pat on the back. Expect Mothman to show up outside your window soon. If you're interested in reading Begin the Harvest, you can find it free on Global Comics, link in the description.